What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. So we're going to get right to it. I'm going to show you how to make a restoration hardware inspired mirror for a fraction of the cost. So the biggest thing is search Facebook Marketplace. Y'all can see I picked this up from these guys. I picked up this huge mirror from them for like 50 bucks. This is a 6 foot by 5 foot mirror. When we got it home, I had to lay it out on the table to work on it. Y'all can see it had those strips going across the top and the bottom and the middle. And I just really did not like that. I really want this to look like a restoration hardware mirror. So I am taking those mirrored strips off. So I did have to do a lot of cutting and cleaning to this, but it was well worth it. Just so you guys know, if you were to go to a glass shop, I did price it and ask for this size mirror, it would run you somewhere about $170. And that's still not bad compared to what Restoration Hardware charges. But I found this on Facebook Marketplace for 50 bucks. So, of course, I'm going to go with the 50 and put in a little bit of elbow grease instead of spending the 170. But yeah, so they just had this stuck on here with some adhesive. And then I just took a box cutter and peeled it right on off of there and then cleaned it up.
Boom, that's it.
Is this some special kind of glass adhesive?
I think so.
So after about an hour of scraping and peeling, I did get this all cleaned off. I used this little box cutter to scrape everything off, and then I ended up using some Kaboom, and I sprayed some Kaboom on those adhesive pieces, that black stuff that you see there. And once it sat for a little while, then it just came right up. All right, so this mirror, like I said, was a 6 foot by 5 foot, which was a little bit too big for me. I only wanted it to be 4 feet wide for my space. So I am taking my square and just running a marker down to show where I want to cut this mirror at.
I've never seen one like this.
Yeah, that's all it is.
Mine has a solid wheel.
This is the little glass cutting tool that I got from Lowe's, and I'm nervous about this, but we in this together. If it go bad, then it just go bad. But turn it that way. So I made my line on there with a marker, and I'm just about to, I want to try to cut it. Let's do this. Okay, y'all, let me tell y'all what happened. So we did a little test spot right here. My line is over there, but we did a little test spot to see how it was gonna do. Antonio just scored it just a little bit, like from there to there, and then he hit it and it ran all the way down. So at least we know it's gonna come off in one clean piece once we score it on the line. Y'all see that red line there? So we're just gonna score it all the way down and then just pop it right off. All right, so I am sorry about Tonio's butt in the camera, but using this glass cutter, it is a little bit tricky. You do have to hold it straight up, and that sound that you heard, you do want to hear that sound. If you don't hear that sound, then you are not cutting the glass. That little that y'all heard, you definitely need to hear that. And then you definitely want to have this square, like that long blue square that I have, just to keep your line straight. The next thing that I'm doing, I just found this piece of wood in our garage, and we're just putting it underneath the glass just to give it some leverage to bring it up off the table. So when we push down, it'll have some leverage to just easily pop off, or at least so we thought.
Oh yeah. Hold on.
You in front of the camera. Go ahead. I'll just move it this side. Woo! God dang it, Antonio.
What?
Why you didn't let me get it?
Oh, I thought you was getting it.
Go ahead, Woo. You so fast.
I don't know. This. This off. Thank you.
It's too high. Ooh. Did you know you could cut glass?
I did not know you could cut glass. I was like, what did he just do and how did he just do that? I'm guessing you gotta outline it.
We put a blade on it first. Okay, y'all, this how far we got, and this little piece right here is being hard-headed. So I think we should just like cut again, just to see if that'll pop off. But as y'all can see, it's been popping off pretty okay, except that. All right, so what we ended up having to do for that last little bit, we did get pieces of it to come off, but then Antonio went and got these pliers and then just kind of started putting a little bit of pressure on it and just pulling it off piece by piece. I think if we would have just scored it all the way down the first time and tried to pop it off, it would have been fine. But because we did that test area, it broke in pieces. All right, so the next day I went to Lowe's and just grabbed some trim that I like, and then I decided to go ahead and cut me some 45-degree angles in this miter box that I showed you guys on the last video. If you missed it, go back and to the wainscoting that I did, and I show you guys how to actually do trim pieces and make boxes on your wall. So we're doing the exact same thing here. We're just going to frame the mirror with this nice trim, and then we're doing 45-degree angles on every corner just so that it looks seamless. So I cut the trim with 45-degree angles just like I did, just like I showed you guys on the last video. And then I purchased these pieces. You can grab these from Lowe's. I purchased these just to kind of decorate it a little bit more and to give it more of that RH look. And what I did, one just looked a little bit flat to me, so I got two of them, and I'm gonna just set it on top of the other one and glue it down like that just to give it some more dimension. I'm even thinking about maybe going back and getting more. I'm not quite sure yet, but I just wanted to dry fit it, make sure everything fits well. That side over there just moved. But now it is just time for paint. So I'm going to be spraying all of the trim gold. And then, yeah, we're really gonna give it that restoration hardware look. Just want to show y'all the paint that I use. So this is metallic finish Rust-Oleum. This is what I use to do the base coat all the way around, and it actually looked really good. However, I wanted to give it some depth. So if y'all can see right here, it's like the corners are darker. And what I use for that, I just grabbed this little jar of metallic paint from Michael's. And what I do, let me show y'all how I do it. I just brush a little bit of it in, and then I wipe it off with a rag. So like you can see, this area has no shading to it at all. And then if you can tell right here, you see it has a little bit of the gold metallic to it. And I just like doing that because to me, it gives it more depth. It doesn't look as flat. Yeah, and I just think it looks good like that. So that's what I'm doing now. Just going around in the corners and on some of the sides and just giving it a little bit, giving it a little bronzing. This is what I'm going to be using to glue the mirror down. This is Gorilla Glue Maximum Strength, and it's clear. And this one is specifically for, where does it say? It says glass and mirrors right here, glass and mirrors. So whatever adhesive you get, just make sure it says glass and mirrors on it. But yeah, this one is clear, so it won't show up on the back side and all of that. So we're just going to put this in the caulk gun and then put it on the back side and glue everything together. Listen, I'm standing up in a chair right now, just to give you guys an overview. I glued everything together, and now we just gotta let it set up. So it's gonna have to sit overnight, and then in the morning I will put it up in its place. But I like it a lot. And let me tell y'all, we just went online and looked at the price of what Restoration Hardware is charging for this size mirror. And just so you guys know, I am not lying to you, let me show you. So I'm sure most of you have heard of the gilt mirror. This is the smaller mirror that just goes up on the wall. And then these are the floor mirrors. And let me show y'all, y'all can see the price right here. Regular price, $22.95. If you're a member, $17.21. And this one, just to show you, it is comparable. Let's look at the dimensions. 42 by 78, which is pretty much the same size as the mirror that I just made. Also, they have more square ones, rectangle ones. These are the ones that go up on the wall. These are the floor ones. And look at the price here, y'all. Just look at this price. Oh, here we go. Regular price, $5,595. Member price, $4,196. Now, granted, of course, mine does not have all of the super decorative all the way around. However, I am perfectly fine with that to save myself, $5,300. I spent roughly around almost $200 for my mirror. $180 to be exact is what I spent making mine. So just to give you guys an idea of what you can save if you are willing to put in a little bit of work yourself. Y'all, I think this looks amazing. Listen, for me to have done this for what, 200 bucks? I'm not mad at it at all. And it is huge. It's really big. 6 foot by 4 foot. So thank y'all so much for watching. Make sure you come back next week because I'll be showing you guys how I ended up decorating this space. I'm not going to show you everything, but that's some of it. But yeah, come back next week. I'll see y'all. Appreciate y'all for watching. Peace.